We continue to bring you interviews with members of the coaching staff from Case Western Reserve University. And I'd like everybody to say hello to Jen Simonetti.
Hi, everybody.
Jen, of course, the head women's soccer coach here at Case Western Reserve University, the brand new head women's soccer coach. First year on campus, correct, Jen?
First 8 months here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming from?
Oberlin College.
We're going to put this up so we can hear you more.
Yep.
So, Jen, first impressions of Case Western Reserve. Obviously, you wanted to come here.
I did.
What
I was
attracted
actually
you to the school?
I was recruited here 20 years ago, so I was familiar with the campus. I have followed the UAA my entire career, and then coming back, because I was born and raised in this area, so coming back home, it was very appealing. And then obviously I get to work with the best standard of student athlete possible at the Division III lifestyle, so it's awesome.
Jen, you said you were recruited here.
I was.
Didn't play here?
Did not play here.
Where'd you go off and play college soccer?
The University of Dayton.
Okay.
I'm a flyer.
All right, so the basketball program down there right now,
They're
is
doing
ranked
really
5th
well.
in the country. Yeah, doing really well.
You know, everybody talks about the men, but the women were also on a 13-0 winning streak too, so you got to follow both.
All right, well, let's talk about your program.
Okay.
Women's soccer here at Case Western Reserve. What do we need to know? First thing that comes to your mind.
That we're on the prowl. We have a ton of talent returning, we have the right commitment level, we have the right confidence, and that we're ready to become a national powerhouse.
What's it take to win in the University Athletic Association in women's soccer? Besides the obvious, putting the ball in the net more than the opponent.
It takes a lot of talent, a ton of hard work, and a lot of perseverance. I mean, it's really, really hard to win in the UAA consistently, so it takes all of the above. The kids have to want it.
And it's a year-long season, isn't it, at this level? I mean, spring season's starting soon, but how much do you have contact with the women on your team?
Not at all.
None?
I can't do anything with them until we have a 5-week season that starts after spring break. So right now they have to be self-motivated to get into the weight room with the strength and conditioning coaches. They meet a couple times a week to do some pickup. They'll do things on their own individually, but I really can't have any contact with them.
Do you have senior leadership providing that then?
Our rising seniors, yeah.
Rising
I
seniors?
think our whole team, we talk a lot about being a team and a unit, and so we talk about individual characteristics that each player brings to the program. So we hope that all of those different leadership qualities come together to make sure everybody's on the same page. And it comes from juniors, seniors, sophomores, first years.
So is your team a veteran team or is it a youthful team?
Kind of a combination.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Both?
I mean, I'd say we had more first and second years that were putting in minutes, but I think the leadership and the level that our upperclassmen brought to the program, the combination is what helped us be successful this season. Jen,
did you say goodbye to some legendary players or young women who were, just hard to say goodbye to as Jen Reimer is saying goodbye to some seniors here today? And then the second part of that question, are you saying hello or welcoming back some names that we need to hear about?
I think everybody that survives 4 years at this level is a special person, and I think that our group of seniors did a lot for our program in persevering through some bad years and creating this amazing environment for our class this year to be successful. Obviously, we're returning Annika Washburn, who's the UAA Attacking Player of the Year. We have a few other all-UAA players in Bailey George, and we had quite a few first and second years putting in a ton of time. So we have a lot of talent returning as well. We're losing some great leadership, some great personalities. Kim Chen was a baller on the field for 4 years, and Lauren Unterborn in her senior year made a huge impact on the field for the first time. So we're losing some great people. MK Ford, was a 4-year starter for us. So we're losing some great people, but we're also returning a ton. Our incoming class is strong. It's going to be small but strong just because we have a ton of numbers returning. So
if somebody was watching a Jen Simonetti coach team, whether it's at Oberlin College where you came from or as a player at the University of Dayton, your style, or now as a coach at Case Western Reserve University, what would they walk away and say? That's the signature of a Jen Simonetti team. What is it?
Extremely hardworking and very, very organized. Those are the two things that I try to implement in any program that I get to be a part of. And then from there, the individual talent takes place.
So have you been able to get outside because of the mild winter that we've had? I know that you said that you don't know.
Our players go out. Our
Yeah.
players have been out on the field a couple of times this spring, which has been great. And then, we'll be out in March regardless of the weather. So,
what's your prediction?
In terms of what?
Not the weather. Your team this year. How do you feel about
going into
them?
the fall?
Yeah.
I think we're going to do better than we did this season because I think they now have a taste of winning and taste of being successful and a taste of that NCAA tournament. So I think they're going to be even a little bit more gritty, a little more confident in themselves, and I think we're going to be even more successful because now we're going to know what that winning mentality takes.
Jen, if there was a young player out there watching this interview or coming to campus to visit academically and athletically, and you took them over to the field that you get a chance to play on, how do you think that plays out in the mind of an athlete? It's a pretty impressive place, isn't it?
It's an amazing atmosphere, and
Yeah.
I tell them that nothing beats sitting on the balcony of Wyant under the lights on a night game when the sky is pink and purple behind the fields. It's the most amazing atmosphere to play at, and we have great support from our family, our friends, our men's team, our other student athletes, so it's just a great environment for them to be successful.
Well, thanks very much for joining us here at halftime.
I appreciate your time.
And
Thanks.
good luck as the spring season starts.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Case Western Reserve.
I appreciate
We
it.
hope that one day we're interviewing you here in your 20th season as the women's soccer coach.
I survived that long.
All right. Thanks very much.
Thanks for your time.